Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Sage Oracle. I'm very excited to do this pick a card reading today for the month of May. This is just for the general predictions. We're going to start off with the pre-pulled oracle cards for the general energy, and then of course we will be doing details week by week with the Gilded Tarot. So I did want to mention for this reading today, I went outside to my front lawn, go to grab my mail, and I saw a black garden or racer snake. I don't really know exactly what it was, but it was a black snake in my front lawn, and it was just sitting there chilling right next to its shedded skin. And I thought that was so incredibly symbolic, especially on this day that I'm doing this pick a card reading. And I wanted to mention that. So I feel that energy is basically for everybody. For the month of May here with the snake shedding its skin. When you think of a snake shedding its skin, that's the symbol of rebirth, of letting go of something, leaving behind what no longer serves you, and overall just a refreshing, renewing energy. So I'm really excited to see what every pile has here today, because that just already seemed like a really cool symbol that we're all kind of getting a fresh start in a way. And that's another reason why I chose all the flowers for the piles here today. I have these are all fake flowers, but a cute little yellow flower kind of looks like a daisy, purple kind of looks like violet, a little pink rose, and a white flower over here. Feel free to pick whatever you're most drawn to. I'm going to try and go as in-depth as possible for these readings, just to get as much detail and as many vibes as I can get for May. I did pre-pull these before getting on camera. I have actually a few decks here. I'll list them below, but I just felt like pulling as much energy as possible because I really feel like May is going to be a really important month. Just for a lot of new beginnings, a lot of renewals for a lot of people. And I know that, especially myself, have been working really, really hard on just getting through an obstacle, getting through a cycle, and I've been feeling stuck for a while. And honestly, I'm very optimistic for May, and I have a really good feeling for basically everybody who found this reading, or whenever you find this reading. But I really do feel a lot of refreshing energy is coming for us, so I'm really excited to see what every pile has in store. We have 4 piles to choose from: pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So take a few minutes here, a few deep breaths, concentrate on the pile, and choose whichever one draws you in the most. And I will place the timestamps in the description box and in the comments below. So I'm very excited, and I will see you guys at your piles. Hello, pile number 1, and if you chose this yellow daisy flower, this message is for you. Let's go ahead and see what the oracle cards have for you. I've got a bunch here, some tarot pulled too, so I will just lay these out and we will go from there. Okay, let's start with the first card here. We have Archangel Sandalphon, with you now. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. True offering. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. This is our Archangel card here. Archangel Haniel, integrity. There we go. Ooh. Illuminate. Let's see. Illuminate the shadow. Focus on a solution. This is a really powerful card right here. We'll definitely go more into that once I'm able to pull that up. Okay. And now the tarot. I had these pulled out as your thoughts, feelings, and actions for the month. So we will see. So in the thoughts, we have the 6 of Swords. In the feelings, we have the Hermit. And in the actions, we have Strength. All right, pile number one. I am seeing a lot of red and orange energy here, which is telling me a lot of the lower base chakras. So the sacral chakra and the root chakra are really being highlighted right now, which is making me think you're trying to find your sense of security, possibly within relationships, within your own creative self. I do see a lot of things within that are coming out, really. And there's just a lot of energy here, so let me just tune in just for a moment and see what I can feel. Okay, so for the month of May, I feel a lot of energy that's coming in for you or that you can be looking forward to is a really big change within yourself. I feel like a lot of you have been trying to move on from something, run from something even, or just trying to get away from what you believe no longer defines you. I feel a huge thing about this month is finding that shadow aspect of yourself that's been causing a lot of issues. You've probably been doing shadow work, probably going within, figuring out what it is that's holding you back, what lurks beneath your consciousness. You know, what has it been that you haven't been able to see or face? Because I feel like for this pile, a lot of things, especially this year, feel like have been fighting against you. It's like you've been trying really hard to get an answer for something, or to feel okay with the way your life is going, or to just get control of where you're at and where you want to be. I really do feel with the Illuminate the Shadow, you've had a lot of downloads the past few months here, and especially in the month of May, it seems like those downloads that you've been getting about yourself that you may have been afraid to face, or you've been facing little by little, or you've been trying to understand. It really feels like all that stuff is starting to make sense now. It's almost like the offering that the universe is giving to you is that of freedom and change from the darkness that's been holding you back. I feel like you're going to be understanding something from your past life, even if you've been doing past life regression with this shadow work. This could also pertain to childhood trauma or some kind of trauma that you've been through, or even mismatched relationships or bad habits that you've held on to. I'm feeling a lot of dark energy that you've been working through. A lot of you, I feel, have really been dealing with depression, anxiety, and other mental health disorders that have really made you question who you are. I feel like this month of May, you really are breaking through this shadow. You're finding the issues that have been holding you back, and you are really going to be coming to terms with the past that you've lived and who you've been up until this point. And I really feel like you are beginning to understand that the past does not define you. The past is something that you've learned from, and you're choosing to change. You're choosing to balance this out. You're choosing to right the wrongs from the past. You're also choosing to forgive yourself for some of these wrongs that you feel have been done to you, or that you've done to others, or you've even done to yourself. There's a lot of forgiveness coming in and a lot of strength of character that's building because of these realizations you've been having. I'm hearing a lot of you have been facing some really dark demons within, and it feels like it's been a tough road. It's been a lot of different emotions of guilt and misunderstanding and loss, and feeling lost, and feeling like you don't want to be defined by either what other people see you as now, or what it is that you've seen yourself as for a while. And this is actually a really good energy, because no, you're not running from yourself, but you're choosing to move on from the shadows. You're choosing to move on from what you've wanted to hide from life for a long time. And I feel with this change here, it's a really positive change, because it's like you're taking in everything that was and you're recognizing what now is, and you want to balance out these sides of yourself. You're balancing out, you know, the good with the bad, the regrets with the success, or the failures with the successes, and the regrets with the, you know, acceptance. And it does feel like the scales are finally coming into balance, and it's because of you. It's because of the work that you are doing within yourself. So if we see here with the thoughts, the feelings, and the action card, in your thoughts, you're choosing to release, because with this full moon here, you're choosing to let go of what held you back, of who you were ashamed of, or what you were afraid to come to terms with, even, or what has happened in the past, or even just within yourself. You're choosing to move away from this energy with confidence, knowing that yes, I've hurt myself, or yes, I've hurt others, or I have been hurt, or I've messed this up, and that's okay because I've learned from it. You know, we're all human and we can't grow unless we go through these hard things. So in the thoughts, you're choosing to move away from this energy, and you're choosing to, yes, take it with you. You're not forgetting it. You're not running from it. You're taking the pains with you. You're taking the lessons. You're taking what you've learned, and you're letting yourself go with the flow now. You're turning over a new leaf. It's like she's not ashamed, you know, she's not upset about what's happened. She's accepting of it, and she says, okay, well, time to take this and move on with it. Because I know where I've been in my past, and I know who it's made me as a person. And I'm choosing to take integrity from this situation and give myself compassion and move away from it. So May is really the time where you're thinking of yourself, and you're thinking of the progress that you can make with what you've been through. And then in the emotions, we have the Hermit. So of course, going within and taking some alone time and really truly choosing to be with yourself, because the way that you really integrate this lesson and this opportunity to balance this out and change is by learning that inner wisdom that you have with that owl up here. It's like you're letting your higher self tell you what's going on. You're not thinking too hard. You're not acting too fast. You're not doing anything. You're letting yourself truly rest. Your intuition's resting. Reality's resting. You're just going within to really consult with your inner self, to come to terms with where you've been, and to truly be ready for where you're about to go. You're making peace with yourself this month, and it may have been a very tumultuous, I think that's the word, tumultuous road that you've been on, but really peaceful energy is coming in here. And especially with the action card showing me that strength is the action that you're taking. You're choosing to control that anxiety that you've had for a long time. You're choosing to calm the storm that's within yourself, that anxiety that you've had, that doubt that you've had, that inner panic that you've been dealing with. You're finally separating yourself from that and truly looking ahead. You're like, okay, I've done this, I've lived through this. Why do I have to continue living through this? I really don't have to do that. All I need to do is feed my strength, feed my confidence, and stand up tall and recognize that the past doesn't define me. The past has brought me to where I am. My shadow doesn't define me, but my shadow is a very important part of myself. So I must accept it. I must know that these pieces of me are authentic, and it doesn't have to take control, and it doesn't have to define you, and it doesn't have to bind you either. So truly, May is a month of healing. It's a month of letting yourself change. It's a month of accepting what the universe has for you. And I do want to bring up Archangel Sandalphon now, and I'm actually going to grab this card here just so we can look at Archangel Sandalphon a little bit closer. So Archangel Sandalphon, especially with the number 22 here, is all about bringing yourself into balance. And when we think of Sandalphon, Sandalphon is the angel of music. You know, it's the angel of your inner self, your inner tune, following your voice, following what makes you feel passionate, what makes you feel like your true and most authentic self. And with Archangel Sandalphon being here with you now, he's showing you the way, the light. If you see that one little North Star looking star right there, I really feel like having Archangel Sandalphon is such a beautiful message, because he's here to carry you. He's here to work with you. He's here to allow you to listen to the tune of your heart. Listen to what it is that you're being led to. And having Archangel Sandalphon on your side, I would very highly suggest meditating with Sandalphon, because he is wonderful when it comes to going with the flow in your own way, finding yourself with this change. So I do feel like Archangel Sandalphon is telling you, like, hey, listen to your inner self, listen to your truth. This is who you are, this is who you can be, and this is how you get there. So this change is coming really, really soon. And with this True Offering card, I'm feeling that you're breaking free from those constraints that you've held yourself in. So this is a very beautiful energy that May is bringing to you. You guys have done a lot of work. You've done a lot of worrying as well. And I feel you're finally letting go of those worries. You're accepting in the darkness that you've been fighting for a long time. And it's a good thing, because not only with the shadow are you facing the dark, but you're allowing the creativity, the light, and all the things that may have been denied about yourself to come up. So I am feeling some examples here, though. I'm seeing a lot of eyes kind of in the artwork and the background here, and I feel like you've had eyes on you for a long time, whether it's your family, it's your career, it's your friends that have been just watching you for a long time, saying like, oh no, you can't do this, oh no, you can't do that, oh, how are you going to be this way, or you must act a certain way, or you must be a certain way, or we're expecting you to be like this or that. That's kind of the energy I'm getting from here too. It's like you're filtering through all of the outside perspectives, and you're seeing the truth with your own eyes, and you're allowing your shadow, to kind of come out and face this. Because what you deny and what you repress is what creates the shadow. So for example, if some of you, like a parent said you couldn't take up a creative career, you could never be an artist, you're never going to make money, you have to go to school, like you have to get a real job, you have to do a trade, you're not allowed to do this, so you suppressed a piece of yourself, a creative piece of yourself that's crying to come out. That's something that could be here too. You're fighting the reality with what is in you. So what's around you in your reality, and what you've kept inside as well. And I feel like May is coming to really help you clarify that, filtering through all that, even being more creative in your thoughts and your expressions as well. So May just seems like a really, really good energy for you guys, truly finding yourself, truly finding what it is you need to change, and not being ashamed to really let go of what has held you back. So that's the general energy for May. Now I kind of want to look into each week with the Gilded Tarot card. We'll start with the first week of May and see, what energies do we have here for that first week of May, Spirit. We're going to start with the first week and just see what pile one can expect with going to this first week. Oh wow, that one flew right out here, so we'll definitely take this. Oh my goodness, we've got the Fool card. That's awesome. We'll get into that in just a second, but I do want to shuffle this a little bit more. All right, pile number one for that first week. Let's see what we have for pile number one. All right, so we've got bottom of the deck energy, and we've got the card that fell out. So we had the Fool fly out of here, which first off, we're going to talk about this, and I really feel awesome energy here. You guys are completely taking a leap of faith. Something is completely changing. Some of you are choosing to switch jobs. Some of you are choosing to just fully be yourself, to just speak your mind and not allow others to dictate the way that you are or the way that others perceive you. You're kind of just letting go of all expectations and everything. You're like, you know what? I have control of my life. I have control of everything. And you know what? I don't care what anyone has to say or think. I'm just going to do what it is I want to do. I'm hearing some of you might even be changing your appearance, dyeing your hair, getting a piercing, getting a tattoo, switching up your entire wardrobe. There's just a huge sense of starting over, starting fresh, and just not caring. I mean, look at him. He does not give a crud. I'm trying not to curse here. He does not give a crud about what other people have to do or say. And it's like, and I don't really know where I'm going. I don't really know what I'm doing here, but I'm just going to follow my heart, and I'm going to choose to do what it is that I want to do. So that's a pretty awesome energy here. And it kind of lines up with the bottom of the deck energy that we got here with the Chariot. I really like the Chariot card because it makes me, it's got a few different meanings and stuff here, but for the most part, it's like you're taking the reins and you're taking control of your life now. And yes, she's looking to the side here. She's a little bit aloof, which is also making me seem like you're not planning too hard. That first week of May, it's either telling you do not plan too hard because you're going to get confused with some tricks or some because the Sphinxes represent like tricks, confusion, puzzles type of thing. So I'm feeling two messages. So some of you, the Chariot is saying, do not plan too hard when you're taking this leap of faith. Just go for it and let fate take the reins and let fate take you the way it needs to take you. And then for others of you, I feel like you are already in control. You're looking away from the things that have once deceived you, and you're choosing to go in your own path in your own direction, and you're choosing to take this road without the influence of others. So there's two different energies there, so pick which one resonates with you guys the most there, because I feel like there's a lot here for a lot of you. So with that being said, you're taking the reins of your life, you're taking this leap of faith here, and I'm going to keep this in camera so you can see when I'm pulling. Oh my goodness, the Hermit again. We've got the Hermit twice, which is telling me that you really are illuminating your path, you really are finding your own way. And for this first week, really take time to yourself, really choose to be alone, and choose to find that inner light and that inner path, because the next few steps forward that you're going to take is going to be completely on you. It's going to be what it is you want to do, where you want to go, how you want to feel, and where you want life to take you. So I really feel like this first week you're taking the reins right there. You're taking the reins and you are choosing yourself. And the next card out is the Moon. You got to sit with those fears, that shadow. You're going to be sitting with that. You are going to be figuring this out. And a lot of stuff is coming up from the depth of your emotions. So really make sure you're taking the time to process this with that Hermit energy and allow yourself to really, truly be alone. Really, truly be alone within yourself. Take extra time to meditate, take a bike ride by yourself, go on a walk by yourself. Sit out in nature, maybe even take a bath, connect with yourself, just really find within, because this first week is going to be incredibly important to integrate these two sides of yourself. Because when you see the wolf, it's almost like the wolves are fighting. There's a positive and a negative part of yourself. It's the same thing like we said with Haniel. It's the balance, the regrets, the acceptance, the failures, the successes. It's that same thing. What you've pushed down and what you've pushed away is coming up. You must balance it, and you really must take control of it. So that is that first week's energy. We're going to move this up and out of the way just so we can get the second week's energy coming in. I am going to reshuffle so that we can work directly on that second week's energy. Spirit, what is going on for the second week of May for pile number 1? What energies can they be expecting within themselves or even within their life? What energy is going on here? All right, bottom of the deck energy, we have the Six of Wands. So this is success of some sort. Looks like you are going to successfully break through what it is you've been working through for a very long time. I'm feeling some of you, this may be promotion-wise in that second week of May, but for most of you, I do feel like you're breaking through the shackles of what's been holding you back with that shadow. So either way, all around success is coming that second week of May with whatever it is that you have been strong about, thinking about, moving away from, and working on. So you are getting a lot of success coming in there. The Knight of Pentacles. So the second week, this has been a lot of slow moving energy that you've been working on, but with that bunny there, it's telling me things are coming to fruition and about to move really fast. So what has been slow is about to pick up, and that definitely has to do with that success. The Ten of Swords. All of the pain and the hurts that you've been through, it's over. It is over with. This second week of May is proving that you have been through the last bit of this hard cycle before you have to move on. And I really feel like this is also going to be a period of rest for you. I feel like the second week is really going to prove that you are over this. You are getting over this. And with the deer coming in the background, I also feel like there's going to be a lot more self-love, a lot more understanding with that path that you've been on. So I feel like the second week is really going to be of acceptance of where you've been. And the 3 crows coming in, I feel like that's the alignment of what is being offered to you, because we've got the crow here on that true offering card, and the crows coming up there flying in the number 3, body, mind, spirit, thoughts, feelings, actions, it's all aligning. And I feel like this is when you're really going to feel the relief of what has been presented to you. And the last card here, the Nine of Swords, is telling me that the wisdom that you've been waiting for, that you've been feeling shut out from, what I feel here, because we've got the brown owl again in the Hermit card, I really feel like where you felt alone, where you felt shut off, where you felt your mind playing games or playing tricks on you with that checkerboard up here, and the illumination as well. I feel like you're going to be illuminating what tricks your mind has been playing on you, or tricks others have been playing on you, and you're really going to have this wisdom finally and fully coming in, and you're going to feel safe. You're going to feel like you're being heard, and all the pain that you went through with the Ten of Swords is going to make sense. So that's what that second week to look forward to, and that's pretty awesome there. So let's go on and see that third week of May. What is going on for the third week of May? Third week of May, Spirit, what is happening for that third week? All right, bottom of the deck energy, we have the Two of Swords. So what you were once blind to is going to become clear. I feel in that third week of May, you are going to have to make a decision. Whatever it is you're moving away from, whatever it is that you want to change, this third week of May is going to say, all right, it's time to open your eyes and it's time to choose this path. You've come to terms with where you've been. You've successfully overcome these feelings. And now this offering is coming to you, and you're going to have to make a decision to choose yourself, to choose others, to choose a new job, to stay where you're at. And I'm feeling a couple different energies, so let me tune in here. To choose to change yourself, or to choose to stay the same as well out of fear. So I feel like this third week you might be faced with a little bit more fear, because you're going to be learning how to choose yourself. So this, just be prepared in the third week of May that you're going to have to make a pretty tough decision to either release something, to move on from something, or to choose to be different, to choose to be your authentic self, or to choose to still be the person that others see you as. So remember that for week 3. That's a pretty heavy energy. 8 of Cups, what did I say? You're leaving something behind. Something no longer serves you. So for that third week, try to think about what you've thought about with this Hermit energy, for what you've been alone, for the strength that you've been conjuring for this, for the offering that comes in. Truly make this decision to walk away. Walk away from who you were into who you want to be. Walk away from a job that no longer serves you, a relationship that no longer serves you, a family relationship that hasn't been working. It's time to turn your back on this and to make this decision. And just, I really feel like once this decision is made, there is no going back. And that's not something to be afraid of, but something to be hopeful for, because this is the true change you've been looking for, the true change that you've been begging and praying and manifesting. It's coming, and do not miss your opportunity to make this decision. It's going to prove to make you more comfortable. The King of Pentacles is someone who's very, very, very sure of themselves, who's very comfortable with where they're at in this life, who's very capable of creating their own comfort and abundance and stability. So the third week of May is promising that you are going to be the one to make this comfort. You're going to be the one to make this stability. You're going to be the one to take control of your life. And last card here. Well, this one kind of jumped out with it, so we'll see. 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. So a lot of Pentacles, which is saying there's going to be prosperity, abundance. There's going to be an opening up for you. And I feel like, okay, actually, the reason why 2 of these came up, I'm feeling from Spirit now, is the 2 paths that you choose. Whatever you choose to do for yourself at this point in time, if you make a decision based off of fear, or if you make a decision based off of who you are. And I feel if you make the decision for yourself, this is showing me that you are going to have a lot more balance. You know, there's that rainbow kind of thing that's going between these 2 options. It's like you're going to be balancing the parts of yourself. You're going to be integrating that shadow in with you. You're going to be finding your truth. You're going to be finding that play, that happiness, because with the dolphin there, it always talks about the heart chakra, the happiness that you have, the freedom, the play that you have in this life. So I feel like if with one of these decisions that you're going to make, you're going to bring yourself into balance. You're going to feel the release of this emotional baggage and all those issues that you've been having, and you're going to feel really content with where you're going, though you might not know what's coming, because he's not looking at the ship that's coming in. You don't know what's coming for the future, but you can at least be balanced, prepared, and grounded for the time that it does come, and you're going to be very sure of yourself and capable here. Now, the other side with this other decision that you may be making, I feel that with the 4 of Pentacles, you're holding yourself back. You're holding back what it is that you need to release. So whether that's holding in memories that you just can't seem to come to terms with, or you can't seem to let go of, that's being held in, that's being held back. You not speaking your mind or saying what you need to say, if this is with a relationship or with a job, like you're just going to be held back and you're going to be very, very stuck. So, and I'm hearing this isn't the worst energy, but you are going to have to live through this energy for a little bit longer before you get the opportunity for this offer, a different offering to come back up again. And I can't say how long it's going to take, but it is going to be a longer time. So make sure this decision you're making is true to yourself so you can go on that path of balance, that path of happiness, and not the path of lack or the path of, holding yourself back from what's owed to you, what you've been manifesting. So just remember that you are going to get what it is that you want or that you've been working for, as long as you choose yourself and you leave behind what is no longer serving you. And now finally, for that 4th week of May, Spirit, what do we have for this last week of May, ending out this energy in May that is coming for pile number 1. All right, bottom of the deck energy. All right, so another choice that you have to make, another path. So I feel like the 3rd and 4th week are kind of similar energy. So you're going to have time to decide. So I feel like in the swords, you're deciding in your mind what it is, what you want. You're thinking through the paths that you're going to take. You're going to see it in your head before you have to make this decision. Because the 4th week with the wands, this is action. So I feel in that 4th week, what you've thought about in that 3rd week, you're going to have to implement. You're going to have to make that decision. And it's not going to be an easy decision. And it's not going to be something that's going to be, okay, I'll do this, but if I don't like it, I'll just go back towards this path. No, this is, that 4th week is, where are you going? Where do you want to see yourself? Do you want to take the path of least resistance in your comfort zone? Do you want to take that path without the scary mountains and you're just going to stay in the stagnant energy and you're going to stay stuck, or you're going to stay comfortable? Or are you going to take the challenge with the unknown, with that big scary mountain where you don't know what's going to come out of it? You don't know what's going to be there, but you feel in your gut it's going to lead you to where you need to be. Now I want you to look here and see, we have 5 crows now. 5 crows in the sky here, and I feel like the harder path that you have to take is going to be the one that you want to take. Now, this is a decision completely up to you. Whatever you're feeling, everybody here has free will, but from what I'm seeing from the cards, I would go towards the harder path just because there's a better payout here. There's more potential for more opportunities, for more gifts, for more of what it is you've been wanting and planning. And also, if you notice with the obstacles here, look at how bright the sky is. Look at all the clarity that comes. So despite the few more bits of hardship you may have to go through, it's going to be so much more promising than over here, because here's your comfort zone, least resistance, but it's so cloudy. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. So I really feel that 4th week is going to be incredibly important when it comes to this decision that you have to make, and really think about this. And please be strong. You have Archangel Sandalphon here with you, trying to help you show the way, and Archangel Haniel with you as well, showing you the integrity of your soul, the balance and the compassion you must show yourself in order to get to this path. The Queen of Pentacles. We've got a lot of pentacle energy here. Be confident in yourself. Be vibrant like the peacock here. Vibrant in your personality and who you are. And the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very prepared, who's very grounded, who's very comfortable with herself. So make sure in that 2nd week, find that comfort within yourself. And honestly, I feel like it's just going to be there. You're just going to know. When this decision comes, you're going to be very comfortable with this decision. So I do not want you to worry, but you do need to do the work to be able to integrate this, to be comfortable with this. The Hierophant. So in that last week as well, listen to the signs of your spirit guide, connect with your higher self, really truly integrate this with you and make this decision. Another message I am getting with the Hierophant here is that of, because usually it has to do with marriage or, some kind of religious thing here. So I do feel like this can go another way in that 4th week. Some of you might be getting engaged. Some of you might be getting married. Some of you might be deciding with a relationship. That might be something you might be afraid to propose or something. I don't know. Just the general energy here. So there is something with a relationship that might also come up, whether you have to make a decision with some person as well. So just remember that this might be also in the cards there for you in that 4th week. And finally, the Page of Cups. It's a brand new emotional feeling, emotional beginning. It's something that you haven't dealt with before. So this entire thing that you're looking forward to in May, you've been dealing with for a long time, but this decision that you're going to be making, the comfort you're going to have with yourself, the connection either with spirit or with another person, this is something brand new. This is something that you don't have experience with, so do not fear it and do not deny it from yourself, but just be prepared that this is a new learning experience for you, and this is something that you can be proud of because it's something that you never did before or were never thought that you'd be capable of doing before. So I really feel like in that last week, a lot of things are going to be coming together. A lot of comfort is coming in for you. And just this huge decision in May. It's a huge bit of change. And honestly, I would feel proud. Be proud of yourself because it's really, really hard to face these kind of changes and to really roll with them and to really accept them because not everybody can do it. But I know that you can do it. You have everything within you, the strength within you to actually make this happen. So I do want to, I wasn't going to use the Isis Oracle cards, but I really want to end off your reading with some advice from the Oracle, from Isis, because it always has such really, really, really good advice here. So let's see for the month of May, what is coming for pile number 1, Spirit? What is coming for pile number 1 that you want to give some advice on? Just let the card fall out. Perfect. Mother of Life. When life seems dry, depleted, filled with repetitive tasks, or simply stagnant and stifled energy, Isis, the Mother of Life, holds the ability to revive even the most numb, resistant, and difficult circumstances in your life. She calls to you now, seeking to bestow gifts of life upon you. Be bold and brave, open your arms and receive. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's literally that true offering card. Spirit is giving you a gift to get out of this stagnant energy, to finally fully change, to integrate what you need to. You're being called. Be brave, be bold, be strong, like the Strength card. This is a very, very, very hard energy, you guys. You are working through something incredibly difficult, and honestly, a lot of people couldn't do what you're about to be doing. So be proud of yourself, open to receive, and fully trust that your guides are with you, that Isis is with you. And look at this, we've got the bird and the Ankh here on the back, and the same thing with the bird wings here. You guys are going to be more than okay. Just please remember that you are in control. You are the ones that are going to make this decision, and you are the ones who are going to take this path, and you're going to do it right. No matter what decision you're going to make, it's going to be the right decision for you, just as long as it comes from your heart and as long as it comes from your highest self and what it is that you see for you. All right, pile number 1. This was a very, very strong energy, a strong reading, and I really hope that this helped. This gives you some hope for the month of May. It gives you some homework even to work on for the month of May. I really truly hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please let me know in the comment section below if this resonated, what you're looking forward to for the month of May. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe to help my little channel grow so I can continue with these readings and giving as much advice as I can, because I truly love to do this. Now, thank you guys again. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this purple violet flower, this message is for you. So I'll start by just pulling and laying out all of the cards here, and then we'll get right into the reading. We have the Void, Rest, Retreat, Rest, and Pause. We have Purpose, I Know What I'm Here to Do. We have Non-Duality, which is let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at doing both. Duality. We have Sandalphon, Planetary Cycles. and channel your inner knowledge, critical judgment. Okay. And then with these tarot cards here, I did the thoughts, feelings, and actions of where you'll be at for the month of May. And I have here, starting with the thoughts, we have the Star. The feelings, we have, ooh, this is a little off. Feelings, we have the World. And actions, we have 8 of Wands. All right, just give me a moment here just to tune in and see what the energy is that I'm feeling. Pile number 2. So the first thing that came to my head here was that you guys are really trying to find your place in this world. You're trying to find your purpose. You're trying to align with your highest self. You're trying to align with your destiny, your life purpose, your life path even. And I feel like you've been searching for yourself for a really long time now. You've been really trying to figure out what it is you like, what you dislike, who you are, who you want to be, who you don't want to be, what pieces of yourself from your past you want to bring in, and what pieces do you want to leave behind. I'm also feeling that you have been trying to integrate all sides of yourself. All sides meaning your spiritual side, your emotional side, your mental side, your social side, you know, your side that you are with your family. There's like, excuse me, I think I need to get a drink of water. Maybe that's a sign for your throat chakra, because mine just keeps choking up. It feels like because the throat chakra is all about aligning with your life purpose and finding your truth. So that might be a chakra that you should be focusing on, doing some meditation on, doing some mantras for. Throat chakra mantras, I know the voice of the chakra is spelled like ham, H-A-A-M, so ham. So maybe doing some of that mantra for your throat chakra will really help you figure out what needs to be aligned. But overall, I feel like the past few months leading up to May, you've been working on yourself. You've been working on, maybe it's a business that you want to create. Maybe it's your spirituality that you want to develop. Maybe it's a creative project that you're working on that you want to make into either just like a part-time job, a job, or even just a hobby that you're trying to really get into. But I really honestly feel like you guys are trying to find your purpose, your path, where you want to be, what you want to do for the rest of your life, who you want to be for the rest of your life. And I feel like with this Void card, you have been learning who you are. You've been learning all about, what it is you've been doing. I feel like a lot of you with this Purpose card maybe have been working jobs just to get by, working jobs just to get money, but it doesn't define who you are as a person, and it's definitely not something that you want to do forever. For a lot of others of you, you've been struggling possibly with your identity, who you show yourself as to the world, who it is that you've been to who it is that you feel like you are inside. So that's another piece. And something else that's coming through, I feel like there's a strong sense here. Let me just tune into this. So I'm hearing, this is a really, really weird one that's coming up, but religion, a lot of you might be questioning your belief system. I feel like a lot of belief systems are being questioned right now too. It's not aligning with your current self or your current values and current ideals. So there's a few different changes perception-wise and personality-wise and connection-wise that I feel is coming in for you guys for the month of May that you've really been struggling with and working on. You've been getting a lot of downloads here with the Knowledge card. I feel like a lot of you could benefit from past life regression. There's a lot of energy I'm feeling here that's like you're trying to be something that different, right? You're trying to do something different. You're trying to figure out who you are, what you're aligning with, and When we think about past life regression work, that is going into a past life and seeing what karma comes up in this life and what pieces of that past life have defined who you are now. So you might be paying off karma from past life, from generational karma, from what parents have put onto you too. So I feel like a lot of energy of expectation of you on yourself, expectation of family on yourself, of society on yourself, that's not aligning with you anymore. You have to release these expectations, and you need to figure out, especially with this non-duality card, who it is that is authentically you. And I think May is bringing up these issues, and May is going to be a huge part of finding out how you align with yourself. There's downloads coming in from spirit. You know better. You know something about yourself. You know something about this thing that you want to do, about the situation at hand. It's like you know inside what the answer is that you're searching for. You just don't know how to get this answer or this knowledge to flow through to this purpose, to flow through to the alignment you're making with yourself. Now, I feel like this can make sense with the thoughts, feelings, and actions you have for this month. So in your thoughts, we have the star. So this is the one of having faith in yourself. You know, what energy you put out into something will always come back to you. But extra though, what I'm feeling in this is the stars, obviously, with the star card that are shining through, that's telling me that your purpose has been with you all along. The truth of yourself has been within you this entire time. You've just been denying it. You not even denying it, you've been overlooking it, kind of like suppressing it because it doesn't fit in with where you're at. It doesn't fit in. Who you are doesn't fit in with the career you're in. Who you are doesn't fit in with what your family's expected of you this whole time, or even what a relationship has been expecting of you, or what they've seen of you. And I feel like a lot of you might be getting this imposter syndrome where it's like, oh, well, I've been feeling this way, but this isn't who I am, so it's not right of me to change myself like this, or to just change my path. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make logical sense. Well, let me tell you something. Our purposes and our destinies are never going to make logical sense when we first get into them, or when we first see them, or when we first realize them. They just never do. Nothing needs to make logical sense. As long as it makes sense in your heart and in your intuition and in your feelings, that's sometimes what you need to think about. There's a time to be logical, and there's a time to be hopeful. There's a time to follow your own self and spirit. And right now is the time, because where you're at is not aligning with who you are. And I think May, you're going to start recognizing this, and you're going to start seeing what you're pouring your energy into isn't filling you up, isn't making you feel good about yourself, or isn't providing you that love and extra comfort that you need. And since this is a general reading, it's going to be different for every single one of you. Some of you, this is a relationship you're in. Some of you, this is family problems. Some of you, this is a job. Some of you, it's just something within yourself. So whatever the situation is, just feel it with the biggest issue you're facing right now. What's in your mind right now is what it is that this is about. So I really feel like May is going to make you realize what you want to pour your energy into, or you're going to start pouring your energy into what it is that you want to, and you're going to recognize what comes back and how it's going to make you feel. So that's what's going to be on your mind for this month. Then that's the duality, the give and the take of things, the balance of everything, the who you are authentically to who the universe wants you to be, and what you see in yourself versus what the world sees in yourself. You got to connect with that within, because here with the emotions, the world is telling me you're ready to release this. You're ready to release what's been keeping you down, who you were or who you are at this point in time. It's time to let go, because it's time for you to complete this phase of your life and really move on to the next phase. For some reason, I'm getting the number 25. Some of you may be 25 years old, turning 25, at a quarter period of your life, in any point, whatever quarter you've just gotten through. But also the number 25, it kind of relates to how do I put this into words that everyone can understand? Because I don't know if everyone knows this, but there's that, I don't know where it came from either. The word called the Jubilee, you know, like, oh, you've gotten through the quarter of your life or the quarter mark. This is your silver Jubilee. You deserve to be celebrated, or you deserve to celebrate yourself because you've completed something. So maybe look into that. Some of you might have the word Jubilee or something come up too. That might make sense. But I really feel what you're releasing, you're finding your comfort, putting your toes in the sand, not having a care in the world. And also this is taking me here, you're holding yourself up, because if you think of the home, this is yourself, this is your comfort, this is your spirit. It's being held up by stakes, right? By these things that's elevated off the ground, showing me that while you are grounding yourself, you're meant to rise above where you are. So your comfort, you're supposed to take your comfort zone and bring it up a notch here, right? You got to make yourself comfortable. Stop sacrificing your comfort for the sake of others, or for the sake of your job, or where you're at, or whatever it is that you're dealing with, for your surroundings even, or for a relationship. It's time for you to let go of all those preconceived ideas and notions of who you are, who you should be, and be comfortable with yourself. Let go, okay? And now with the actions, we have the Eight of Wands. This month may be a little bit overwhelming. It may be confusing. You may not know which action to take. There's a whole bunch of different roads to take, or a bunch of different things that you want to do. And it feels like you have a lot going on. And that's why this critical judgment card is really, really important right now, because you need to take the time in this void here to retreat, to rest, to really think, right? There's the meditation card, there's the alignment. All of this is pointing to grounding, aligning with yourself, and sorting through that knowledge. Sort through all these choices that you have to make, or all these issues that you've been dealing with, and make sure that you're choosing the one that's most authentic to you and your purpose, and what it is that you know that you want from yourself, or out of yourself, or from this situation. Because the month of May is going to be all about having to take a stand, having to make a decision, having to take charge of your life, and having to release something that needs to be released in order for you to align with that next step, with your purpose, with your destiny. Stop fighting yourself on this, guys. Stop avoiding it. Go in the void. That's funny. Don't avoid, in the void. Go in the void and really face what it is that you may have not wanted to face because you're afraid of taking that decision. But now is the time to recognize what fills your cup, and what no longer does needs to release. So, that's a lot to talk about. Let me just take another drink of water here, and then we're going to go into the tarot cards to look at your week by week. All right. Nice deep breath now that we're nice and hydrated. Honestly, the way I'm feeling in this pile, I'm out of breath. I need to drink water. I feel like I got to catch my breath too. So honestly, I'm taking that as a sign that you guys need to take a step back and not rush so much, and not be so go, or overwhelmed with where you're at. Take a deep breath, take a break, calm down, take it one step at a time, because that's the best that you can do, and that's all that you really can do. And also take care of yourself a little bit better. Make sure you're hydrated, and make sure you're getting proper rest, because May is not going to be a very easy month, but it is promised that it's going to be a very meaningful month. It's going to take a lot of work from you, but it's mostly inner work. So that's a good sign. There's not too much outside of you that you're really going to have to deal with until you really deal with what's within. So anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and look into your week by week. So Spirit here, for pile number 2, what does week 1 look like for pile 2? The first week of May, what is it that we have for pile number 2 for this first week of May? I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take the bottom of the deck energy. We have the 5 of Pentacles. So you're in need of help, in need of assistance. Now, I'm feeling this is more seeking help from your own self and your spirit guides. And of course, if you do feel the need for mental health, or you're not doing well and you've been thinking about needing to seek a therapist or someone to talk to, please do. This is your sign to go ahead and do so that you can work out what you need to work out. But if that's not how you've been feeling, you may be needing help within helping to make a decision, or needing to help yourself too. So this first week of May, I feel like you need to choose yourself. You need to stop putting yourself out there to help others and really go and help yourself. Get that vitamin you've been thinking about, go to a yoga class, do something. Maybe you need a checkup with your doctor that you've been avoiding. Just take this time to take care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually too. You may need maybe take a meditation group class, a yoga class, or something here that's telling me the first week of May. Focus on helping yourself first. What comes in here? In the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so abundance and success. So this first week, I feel if you're able to really help yourself and work on yourself, you can see all of the potential that you have to actually move into this purpose, or to finally align with what you need. By helping yourself, you're really going to realize that you have all that you need to get through what it is you need to get through. I also feel like, because we see a turtle here, and when I think of turtles, it's, yes, slow moving energy, but that's Pentacles in general. I also feel that when I think of a turtle, you have your home on your back. Same thing here, your comfort. So I feel like you're going to be focusing a lot on your comfort, and there's going to be a lot of success with finding yourself in this comfort. And honestly, hold on, there's a rat here, and if you look at the top of the card, he's kind of hidden. There's a rat up there too. So what do I think of the rat here? This could be a person. Because when I think of a rat, when you think of a rat, you think of someone who's not good for you, or somebody who wants to, rat you out or squander a gift or take advantage or something. So maybe for some of you, there's a certain person in your life or in the background here that doesn't want the best for you. And you may need to release this person. This may be somebody who might be a friend or a family member that's like, oh yeah, I'm here for you, but only on my own time. Oh yeah, you deserve all this, but only if I get a piece of it too. So be aware in this first week that there may be a rat around that isn't good for you, that you have to release as well. And that's what I'm getting, because I want to try to get a more positive side of this, but I guess a positive side that I can really feel with the rat is experimenting. When I think of rats, I think of unfortunately, I think of scientific experimentations. So it may be, taking a risk and experimenting by doing something on yourself, by choosing yourself instead, and going into the smallest little crevices of your soul to pull out what it is that you need. So there are a couple different energies coming in, take what resonates there, but that's what I'm feeling for the first week so far. All right, this one fell off of my table, so I guess we'll take that one too. King of Swords in the first week, I am feeling the need to really think, take control of your thoughts, take control of what it is that you want, and think through the lessons that you've learned. I feel like there's been a lot on your mind lately, and especially in this first week of May, there's going to be a lot on your mind that has to do with karma, because we see Saturn in the background here and the color blue, which is the throat chakra. So there's a lot of karma surrounding your life purpose, around your destiny. So I feel like take a lot of time in this. You have to take a lot of time in this first week of May to think about the karma, think about the cycles, think about what it is that needs to change or what doesn't serve you anymore. And then with this last card, the King of Pentacles. So we've got two king energies, which means that there's a mature energy about this. And what you're thinking about is something that's been brewing for a very, very long time. It actually has had time to mature within you at this point. So it really does feel like you are taking this time, or you should be taking this time the first week of May to figure out not only, what isn't working for you, but what makes you comfortable. The same thing again with that comfort. What's going to make you feel comfortable with yourself? What's going to make you feel stable? How do you make yourself feel, better about the situation? Bring the darkness to light. And I also feel with the King of Pentacles is another version of abundance. Like, you are getting, things are paying off for you, especially the more that you help yourself and the more that you take into consideration your thoughts, your feelings, and the actions that you want to take in this month specifically. Good things are coming. It really is. And I feel like you guys are more than capable of finding yourself, especially this month, more than ever. Oops, that was not right. So let's see what that second week of May, Spirit, for pile number 2. What does the second week of May bring for pile 2? What is coming in for them? What is it that they have to look forward to or to work on? So bottom of the deck energy. We have the Devil card. Now, this can be a scary card for some, but honestly, the first thing I feel is breaking free. So the second week, you're going to be recognizing everything that's holding you back, everything that was been causing you to feel stuck or uncomfortable, habits, people, addictions, places, everything that's been not good for you, that's been taking from you, that's been holding you back from your true, authentic power, is what you're going to be facing in this second week. With what you learned in the first week of May, the second week, it's almost like you're ready to face your demons. You're ready to face those inner demons. You're ready to face those people or places or things or job that just has not been good to you or good for you. And that second week is really, really taking this and putting it under fire and seeing it for what it is. And the Six of Pentacles goes along with that Devil card. It's going to show who has been taking advantage of you. Oh my God. So this might also have to do with a person who's causing these things, like holding you back too. Because when you think of the Six of Pentacles, especially in this card, the way it's depicted, is you're doing your best to balance yourself and find your purpose and find your life and really move on for you. But you're not realizing that people are benefiting from what it is that you're doing, or they're taking and taking and taking from you. And it's like, be careful where you spend your energy, especially in the month of May. You're going to be recognizing who's just using you for what it is you're doing. So you may be stuck in a place giving all your energy to a job or to a relationship without realizing they're not giving anything back. You know, you're just losing on this stuff, and you're still trying to work and make this work for yourself. So in this second week, you're going to be recognizing who is taking from you, what is taking from you, and what is not giving back. So this is a really, really heavy energy for the second week of May. It really does feel like it's going to be whoever is taking from you, or where you're pouring your energy that isn't supposed to be there, is going to come to light. And it's going to be kind of a tough thing to face here. But with the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles, you are so ready to move on from this. You're mature enough to learn and to understand from this situation, this person, mistake, whatever, that it's not what you want anymore. And you're going to be able to face this devil and recognize where this is coming from. And then, of course, with the moon coming out here, this thing, you're going to be facing your fears, what you've been afraid of. So I feel like a lot of you kind of know what's been holding you back. You've just been afraid of making the decision to take control of this. So in that second week, you're going to be facing this. Everything you've been suppressing in your emotions is going to come up and reach the surface and is going to be ready to be heard. Everything, your intuition, your inner self, your inner shadow, your higher self, your spirit guides have been trying to tell to you, is going to start moving these gears. Everything's going to start coming to clarity. So I really feel like by facing these fears, especially in the second week of May, you're going to be getting a lot of clarity of this purpose and where you're supposed to be. And oh my goodness, we have success. That Six of Wands is telling me that there's a lot of success that's going to come from this, especially when you choose you, because this Wands is all about actions. The actions that you take, what you choose to do, what you choose to release, you choose to move into, you choose to change about yourself, whatever it is for you, you are aligning, especially once you can release this devil energy, you can pull your energy back and you can choose you, you're going to be successful. This is going to be a really, really, really good thing for you. So please look out for that. And I just have to say, there's a lot of similarities in the cards that I'm pulling here. Like, it's a little bit different, but there's a lot of similarities for you, pile 2, that I did pull in pile 1. So maybe if you felt drawn to both of these piles, you should go back and definitely listen to pile 1, because there may be some messages in there for you about who this person is or what it is that's holding you back. All right, now for week 3, Spirit. Week number 3 week 3 of May. What is it that is coming for pile number 2? What do we have here? Week 3 of May. Week 3 of May. Bottom of the deck energy, 2 of Wands. Oh my goodness, this is kind of the same exact for week 3 of May as well for pile 1, so maybe you guys really should check it out. But anyways, so you have a decision to make, you have a choice to make, and you have a new path to take. But I'm feeling really from here that the hopelessness and possibly that you've been feeling and stuck in this void, you're finally, with this clarity that's coming, you're going to see 2 paths opened up for you. For what you thought you were going, you now have more options to choose from. It's kind of like, oh, you've been moving, and then boom, holy cow, I actually have a decision. I can make a choice. I can choose my own path. Are you kidding me? How have I not seen this before? What? So I'm feeling a lot of shock here. So with the 2 of Wands in that 3rd week, a new path is opening up for you. Something that you have been searching for this purpose, that you've been trying to align with for so long now. You really are moving into this, which actually, another sidetrack, Archangel Sandalphon came up in that first pile as well. I don't mean to push you guys there, but I think that there's more details there. So anyways, yeah, you have a decision to make here in week 3, the Knight of Cups. And this decision is going to have everything to do with your emotions and what you are passionate about, what you're feeling. It's going to have nothing to do with any outside energy, which is a really great sign because it's showing me that you are learning these first 2 weeks of May and you're implementing that 3rd week of May. You are taking the reins, you're taking control, and you are excited to follow your heart. You're excited to follow your purpose, your passion, what it is that you've been channeling for so long, what it is that you've been feeling in your heart. You're moving towards. That's happening this 3rd week of May. And the 6 of Cups come out. You're moving on from your past. There's actually 2 things. So for some of you, you are moving on from the past of what's holding you back. You're moving on from this, possible, childhood ties or, even past ties. This is being left behind and you're moving to a better area. But also I'm feeling that you guys, the decision you're making is in line with your inner child. It's in line with what you've always wanted from your past. It's something that you've always wanted to work on or work for, but always seemed too good to be true, or like you couldn't have this. So for that 3rd week, you're really, really connecting with that inner child. And here with the cat, you're being independent and you're seeing finally how you can make these hopes and wishes and dreams that you've always wanted come true. And now with the in the 3rd week, the 4th card we're pulling is the Lovers. So what I'm feeling for this is immediately the first thing I'm drawn to is this spark. You're allowing this inner spark within you to come out. All of the things you've been holding back and holding in is being purged right now. You are allowing your emotions to be free. You are aligning with your true, most authentic self. You, especially with the dolphins here, you're aligning with your inner child, with the play, with doing something because you want to do it, because of the fun of it. And also, the Lovers card really speaks about choosing something that's good for you, because it's not always about a relationship. It really is about choosing yourself first and lifting yourself up. And we can also see this as a masculine and feminine part of yourself. This could be the tough exterior that you've had, the grunt work, like I have to do this because that's what the masculine does. But you're finally lifting up that feminine part of yourself, that inner creativity, that inner pull and drive for passion that you've been wanting. Now, for some of you, this could also be, maybe a relationship, there's a breakthrough in the relationship that's coming through, or once you heal all this and you leave something behind, you find that soulmate of yours. But truly, I am feeling this has to be aligning with your inner child and what it is you've always wanted. So that 3rd week is going to be an incredibly successful week to look forward to. And you guys are going to get there. Just really work on yourself and get rid of this negative devil energy that we have that's been causing issues in your life. Because I promise you, when you take this path, you move on this way, you are healing that inner child and you're doing everything that you always wish that you could do. And because you're going to have the courage to do it. All right, so let's see for pile number 2, what is happening for week number 4 in May, week 4 of May. What is the prediction we have for week 4? What is coming in for pile number 2? All right, here. Bottom of the deck energy, we have the Two of Cups. So communication of some sort. So I feel like you'll be connecting. This could either be connecting with your inner self and truly bridging a true and wholehearted relationship and communication with your spirit guides, inner self, higher self, spirit. But also this could be finally communicating something to someone, possibly this devil energy, and being honest, and you guys either working this out and coming to an equal playing ground, or you just being able to speak your mind and finally say what it is that's been bothering you. Because if you see, he's got kind of like no emotion here, so it's kind of like whatever front you've been putting on with a certain person, you're finally going to get this connection bridged, and you're finally going to be able to say what it is that you need to say. And that might even be what's going on with this decision in week 3, but you're going to be more authentic in your communication. You're going to be a lot more connected to people that you want to be connected with, and you're going to be a lot more honest with yourself and those around you. So this is a really good card there for that. All right, and the next card that comes out is the Hierophant. So definitely communication with spirit guides, definitely communication with a higher self. A lot more spiritual connection too. If you guys have been trying to align with your intuition, this is really showing me in week 4 you will get clear and concise communication with the spirit guide. You might have the downloads that have been coming in for you might begin to actually fully, wholeheartedly make sense. But this is in week 4 is really, really good, showing me that you are connecting with higher powers, with higher sources, and even with others, because this could also be communication within a relationship and a marriage as well. So just look out for that. You are really, really moving into a good energy in this last week, and your communication is going to be very clear. Queen of Swords is coming up here, which is also a great communication card. So this is clarity within your mind, clarity within your voice and your life purpose and the actions you want to take, as well as clarity with your higher self and spirit. So in this 4th week, you're going to be very, very clear-minded about the decisions that you are making and want to make moving forward. You're going to be very clear and communicative with those around you, and I really feel like you're going to have a lot of wisdom gained from the situation, especially the wisdom gained from whoever this devil or whatever this devil energy is. It's just a really good energy of like almost wrapping up what you have been dealing with for the middle 2 weeks. You know, what you've prepared for in the 1st week, you recognize to deal with, and then you're implementing, and then finally it's like wrapping up. You're learning a lot from this situation for May. So let Elsa see. And we're going to close it off with the Star. Are you kidding me? We've got the Star in both sides, both decks. So it is really telling me that you are going to choose yourself, and you are going to feel content and connected with what it is that you're going to choose to be doing. So you're going to feel fulfilled. What you choose to put your energy into, who you choose to put your energy into, it's going to feel like it's coming right back to you. So this is a really beautiful energy, especially closing off the month of May. It's showing me you're starting with what it is that you think you want to do, and you're ending with exactly what you thought you wanted to do to begin with. So you guys are on a really, really good track. You are truly aligning within yourself. You're coming to terms with who you are, where you've been, what you got to let go of. So it's a really awesome energy for you guys. And there's a lot of hope for May. Really, a lot of hope is coming in. And just don't be afraid to do the work or to leave behind who doesn't serve you or who's causing issues for you, because you're better than this. And you know that, and you're getting good things to come out of this. So you are going to find your purpose, and you are going to come into alignment. Everything you've been hoping for, May is your rebirth. It is your time to shine. So now, pile number 2, before we completely wrap up this reading, I want to pull from the Isis Oracle deck just to get some advice here for moving forward to the month of May. So Spirit, for the month of May overall, with what pile 2 is going to go through and deal with. What advice do we have for them? What advice can we give them as they move through this month of change, this month of rebirth? Okay, there it is. All right, so this is what the card looks like. Very feisty, very fiery. She looks very prepared and very ready and determined to do what it is she needs to do. So I can't wait to see. This is Lady of the Stars. Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom at an extremely high vibration. She brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. She asks you to pay attention now because something significant is taking place at a spiritual level for you at this time. Oh my goodness, I love this. So yeah, I really feel then for most of you guys here, it is a spiritual awakening. It is aligning with your highest self. It is recognizing the gifts that you have and the potential that you have to communicate with your guides and to really bring your gifts into fruition. So some of you might be star seeds. Some of you might be light workers. Some of you guys might be here to work in spirit, to be readers, to be healers, to be therapists, to be, there's so many things, but I really feel like you guys are moving to a healing modality. You're finally choosing yourself, and by choosing yourself, you fill your cup up so much to the point where now you can give freely to others because you enjoy doing so. But you're going to be giving to people who respect you and who give back. So this is a beautiful card here, and Sirius, which is funny that it comes up because I very, very, very much align with the Syrian star seeds. I mean, I've got my dolphins everywhere. I'm very into the ocean. I have been my entire life, and I know dolphin is my spirit animal. So maybe some of you guys feel a deep connection to the ocean too, because the planet of Sirius is a water planet. It's mer people, dolphins, whales, sharks, you know, it's like oceanic type of energy. So some of you even might be Syrian star seeds and might not even know it. So look into that as well. But you guys are really awakening and opening up to your highest potential, to your highest spiritual power, and you're aligning to where it is that you want to be. And this is such a beautiful energy, and you guys should be proud of yourselves because you've had it within you the entire time. You just need to implement this. You just need to just do it. Just choose yourself. I believe in you and your guides believe in you, and that's a fact. So, all right, pile number 2, that is what I have for you today for the month of May. I really, really hope that you took I really hope that you took the advice that you needed from this. I really hope that it resonated and it was preparing you for this next month ahead. I hope that you're excited for the awesome changes that you have coming and the power that you're going to take for yourself. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for taking the time with me here today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. You guys got this. I know this. So once again, that's all I have. I would really, really love to hear from you guys in the comments how this connects or what you're looking forward to in the month of May. And please like, comment, subscribe just to support my little channel here. I appreciate every single one of you. I thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this pink flower, this reading is for you. I'm just going to start off by laying out all of the cards first, and then we'll get into the reading. All right, so what do we have here? We have yellow, happiness, joy and happiness. We have loss. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Wow. Archangel Metatron, wisdom. All right. Okay. Oh my God. Wisdom. Mindful wisdom. Create inner harmony. It's a beautiful card there. All right. And then with the tarot cards, I pulled these in the sense of thoughts, feelings, and actions for May. So let's see what we have in your thoughts. We have the 9 of Cups. We have in your emotions the Queen of Cups. And then in the actions, we have the 9 of Swords. All right, so pile number 3. I'm feeling a very calm energy. It's a little melancholic, but calm for the most part. Now, for your month of May, it looks like you're kind of coming to terms with something that's left your life, something that you've lost. It could have been unexpected, it could have been a decision you made, but either way, this was a tough loss to have. It could have been a person who left your life, whether by death or by a breakup or just by going your separate ways. It could also have been the loss of a pet or a job or a piece of yourself even. This does feel like a very heavy energy that you've been dealing with, pile number 3. But overall, you're finding the happiness and you're finding the joy and the purpose in what it is that left your life. And in the month of May, I really am feeling that despite this loss and this melancholy that you've been in and this tough cycle that you have ended, because it is over, you do not have much more work, or you actually don't have any work left to do, I feel, for the month of May, for whatever it is that you've been going through and dealing with these past few months. But I really am feeling that May is bringing in a lot of learning and a lot of lessons. My goodness, we got the wisdom card twice here. So Archangel Metatron is definitely with you, definitely assisting with you, whether you've been calling on him to help you release this, or to help you through this transition, or you didn't know that he was even there. But Archangel Metatron is standing with you side by side, helping you recognize and realize the lesson and even just the overall wisdom that you gain from what it is you've been going through. Now, for the month of May, I feel it's going to be a lot of slow-moving energy. There isn't going to be a lot of things happening. If anything, it's going to be a lot of acceptance and a lot of coming to terms with what it is that was lost or what it is that you had to leave behind. And with the patience card, you're being very, very patient with yourself as you work through this grief process, through this depression, through whatever it is that really is holding you down here. You're going to be very patient with yourself, and you're going to be doing your very best to choose joy, to choose happiness, to choose yourself. And I do want to take a closer look at this card here, because with the joy, we have a lot of yellow light, a lot of illumination coming in. And I'm seeing a lot of butterflies, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 is usually the number of change, the number of movement, of energy, stagnant energy being released, something leaving your life, and just overall rebirth and change. So I do feel like you are changing for the best right now. You're becoming stronger, because yellow is also with that solar plexus chakra, which is our willpower. It's our inner strength, it's our determination, it's our self-mastery. So you are really working on aligning that and strengthening, because there's a lot of yellow here actually. You're strengthening that solar plexus, and you're insanely strong, and you're recognizing the strength that you do have and the resolve that you have to go through what it is that you went through. Now, when I look at this single bee, usually when we're looking at bumblebees, we think of community, we think of friendships, we think of support, but this bee is alone, which is telling me that you have gone through this really, really tough time of your life by yourself. Number one, the number one is there. It's just been you. And I don't see anyone else here. We've got a single person in every card as well. So, and it does feel like the stages of grief and of life that you're going through, and the toughness that you've gone through with the cycle, but you're your support system. And I know a lot of you may not want to hear that right now, since you've been alone for a while, or you have been alone since this loss, or you've just chosen to be alone and to take this lesson on your own. But I am feeling like such strength coming from your spirit, such resolve coming from your mind. Like you've gained so much wisdom from this situation and so much strength from this loss, that you're learning how to be kinder to yourself, more compassionate, more patient. And the fact that this card, the patience card, says, I accept that everything happens in divine order, it's also telling me a real, true acceptance of who you are, what you've been through, or acceptance of the situation itself, which that in itself is a very, very, very hard thing to do, especially when we're dealing with heavy feelings. So this month of May to look forward to is just the acceptance of your spirit and truly understanding the wisdom that's coming in from this. And the fact that you have wisdom twice is just amazing to me, because it's making me think that maybe you already even know why something happened the way it happened, or you're expecting this, or you have this understanding, whether it logically makes sense to you or not. You have this like emotional understanding and connection as to what it is that you went through, why it is that you went through that thing, and where it is that you're going with that. So now we'll move into the tarot here, your thoughts, feelings, actions for the month of May. So in your thoughts with the Nine of Cups, I really feel like this is acceptance. This is the acceptance card. You're very because of what it is that you went through, I feel like you really do have a deep understanding. Even if it, like I said, even if it doesn't make logical sense, you still accept and understand the situation for what it is. You're recognizing, all of the good things that you've been through. If this is with a person, maybe you're thinking all the memories that you've been through and how much it's taught you and where it's brought you and how you're comfortable with where it left off. Or if it's the loss, of a job or something, you can think of everything that you've accomplished there and how you're ready to move on. This can go in any which way, but it just overall is telling me the acceptance of what has happened, despite things coming to try to bite you in the ass, so to say. So when I see this crab, it's like emotions are trying to come up to catch you off guard, to grab you, to pinch you, to get you. But your intuition is like, no, yes, of course I'm upset. Yes, of course this hurts. And yes, of course this is hard to deal with, but I know, and I'm accepting this, and deep down, I'm okay with how everything is. I am okay, and this is all right. So in your thoughts, you really are very strong-willed and strong-minded to accept what it is that you've been through and where it is that you're going. And emotionally, with the Queen of Cups, she is very nurturing of her emotions. So you are doing your best to take care of yourself this month, to really nurture what it is that you need. Whether it's the grief process, whether it's the acceptance process of what's lost in your life, but either way, you are taking this time to nurture yourself. And with the dolphins here in the background, whenever I see the dolphins, you think of play, you think of connection, you think of family, you think of love, the inner child and everything, but that is so far in the distance that it's like that doesn't matter right now. You're not trying to make yourself feel better. You're not trying to move into another place to really deal with this, but you're really just sitting with your emotions. You're really nurturing your emotions, and you're letting everything come up that needs to come up. Anger, resentment, hurt, pain, grief, loss, or anything like that. Betrayal, whatever it is, whatever this loss is, whether you've been betrayed, hurt, lost, whatever, it's all coming to the surface, and you are taking the time to connect with each and every one and really making sure that you're okay. So this is a really good energy with you really caring for yourself and making sure that you are taken care of. And now for the actions. So for the Nine of Swords, it's a heavy energy here. So for your actions, you're not trying to make sense of everything. Like I said, logic isn't in the cards right now. It's all just feeling. You really are just, especially in the month of May, just accepting, feeling, and just being within yourself and within your emotions. So this is a very painful thing that you're going through, and May is promising healing. A brand new dawn is coming up despite all this pain that you've been through. But with these open books, it's also telling me, once again, it's just a reoccurring theme that you are learning. This wisdom is coming into your soul, and it's just making sense for what it is that you've been through, even if it doesn't make sense right now or yet. But May is really helping you be patient with yourself, be compassionate with yourself, and truly understand what it is you went through and why. So May is a very calm month for you, and let it be calm. Do not start anything new. Don't try to move on or move to a new job or pick up a new hobby. Just be in your energy and give yourself this month to really relax, to rest, to retreat, to grieve, to mourn, to do what you have to do, no matter what this loss was or what left your life. Allow yourself to be that, so that the joy and the energy that you are feeling and that does come in feels authentic and doesn't feel forced, because you just need to be in your own energy this month. All right, so pile number 3, we are going to look into the tarot cards to see how your first, second, third, and fourth week of May is going to go. All right, so Spirit for pile number 3. Week 1 for May, Spirit. Pile number 3, week 1. What does week 1 have in store? Oh, goodness. All right, well, these all fell. So I guess maybe that's just so many. All right, well, I'm going to read this. This is not how any of the other piles went, but this entire thing fell out here, so might as well try to read because it came out for a reason. So we have the Ten of Swords here, which is telling me that you've been hurt. You are at the end of your ropes. You have been stabbed in the back, or you've just been left in the dust. You've been lost, and you're really at a low point right now. Or at least in the first week of May, you're kind of thinking through all of the hurts and everything that you've been through and what it is that's going on in your life here. And with the deer coming through, the deer is a symbol of love, unconditional love, connection, and comfort. So I feel like this first week of May, you're focusing on trying to find comfort despite the pain. And the next card that comes out here, we have the Page of Pentacles, which is showing me a slow moving energy, a planning energy, but with the peacock showing through, I feel like there's a piece of yourself that's just very, very vibrant, just very okay with where you are. So I feel like with this pain in that first week, you're going to be taking your time, reconnecting with yourself again, really integrating who you are and who you've always been, even before this loss. And you're finding yourself again one step at a time. So it's a very, very slow moving energy here. And the next card that comes out is the Sun. So once again, in that first week, I really feel like you are finding your center of the universe. You are finding what makes you tick again. And you're really kind of understanding the rhyme and the reason for everything. Why planets, like for example, why are the planets in place? Well, they just are, how does the zodiac wheel work the way it works? Well, it just does. It's just how the universe flows and how everything works together. So you're kind of trying to understand your universe in this new phase that it's in right now in that first week. And then finally, I'm going to see what the first week, because I usually do 4 each, so we'll just see how this kind of plays out. So the Empress is telling me in that first week that you're going to be very nurturing of yourself, very caring of yourself. You might rely on your mother a little bit more. Maybe you lost your mother, and this is part of the loss you're going through, but a mother figure might be very important here in this first week, or you must just need to begin to mother yourself. And make yourself whole, hold yourself in this first week that's coming in. And then I'm feeling now for the second week, the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that life kind of knocked you on your butt. It kind of went from one way and completely 180'd, and whatever was completely unexpected is showing through that it is for a purpose here. And with the Queen of Wands coming through, it's also telling me that you're gaining confidence and understanding in this despite what's gone on, because here she's got such a serious face. She's very determined for where it is that she's been and where it is that she's going. So in that second week, it feels like you're facing fate and you're accepting fate for what it is. So that first week, you may be questioning it. You may be trying to understand why things are the way that they are, or how am I going to take care of myself, or how am I going to move myself to this next level? I don't understand. But the second week is like, okay, well, fate is fate, and this is, everything happens for a reason, and the way it happened is okay, because no matter how it is, I'm going to be all right, because I can take care of myself. I'm confident in my abilities to heal, to shine through, to show through. And here with the Four of Pentacles coming through, I feel like you're holding a lot in, and what it is that you've held in, I feel like you're going to be letting it out, because the next card that I pull from the top of the deck is that Ace of Cups. And with the Ace of Cups, it feels like what's been held in is finally going to come out, right? It's like maybe your cup's been empty for a long time. You've been tired, you've been depleted, maybe you lost this has to maybe do with some of you who felt they've lost a piece of themselves. It's like you're picking up the pieces and you're filling your cup again, and you're finding in your vision, it's like, okay, here's the next step. Okay, here's why this happened. All right, this makes sense. Now, where can I direct my energy, and how can I fill myself back up so that I am comfortable moving forward, so that I can deal with whatever is next, so that I can accept this and I can move on. So this does also have to do with wisdom. Higher wisdom is coming in here. So it's like you're picking up the pieces, whatever you've held back is coming out, and it's really a good energy for refilling yourself. So the second week of May, I feel like, is really going to be important for finding yourself again and really being confident in yourself despite the despite what was lost, or despite, you know, whatever it is that left your life here. And there is a lot of wisdom coming in, so you are learning a lot about this. So now let's see what's coming in for that third week of May for pile number 3, Spirit. What is coming in for this third week of May? What is it that we have going on? Bottom of the deck energy, Ace of Pentacles. So there's going to be a new beginning physically. So this might be a move. This might be a new relationship coming. This might be a new job. But physically, something new is beginning. Something new is starting. And you're going to do well maneuvering through it despite some fears that you have. But for the most part, the confidence that you gain in the second week of May is really going to push you forward to want to continue with this new start, to want to take the reins, to want to step out of your comfort zone and face a new truth that is coming forth for you. So it's going to be, third week is going to be the start of something new. After the loss. So let's see what else we've got coming out here. The Knight of Cups. So this is a very emotional new beginning then. This is something where a spark inside of you is igniting again, and you're going to be led by your passions, by your emotions, by your intuition to move to the next spot. It kind of feels like you're kind of getting a new burst of energy, and that might be for that new start might just be, especially once your cup is filled up, like in the Ace of Cups here. You kind of have like a new sense of motivation, a new sense of urgency to move forward to the next part and the next path. It does feel like there is a lot of movement that's going to be coming in this third week, and you're going to be feeling good about it. You are going to be feeling the pull to move for it and towards it. The Two of Cups. So another cup energy. So there might be an emotional conversation that needs to be had. Maybe you're going to be speaking with somebody, or you're just going to be connecting within yourself, but there is going to be a line of communication that's going to really help you understand these feelings that you're dealing with. And you might even be honest with yourself or with other people about what it is that you have been feeling or that you've been dealing with. Maybe a lot of people don't know the loss that you've been through. Maybe this does have to do with something within, and a lot of people around you don't understand why you've separated yourself, or why you haven't been fully present with them or in your surroundings at all. And this third week, you're going to be drawn to be able to communicate that, okay, this is how I've been feeling about this, or this is what I've been going through, and this is how I'm learning from it, and this is what's coming out of it. So the Two of Cups is really showing me that there is going to be clear communication, you know, even within yourself and in with your higher self. You might be communicating something from within to without as well. So and the Four of Swords come out in that third week, you're finally going to be able to truly rest. The acceptance that comes in from this truth that you're facing, it's like you're going to feel replenished, and you're not going to feel guilty about taking a break. And that third week really is when you're going to be wrapping up this break here too, because I feel like you should be, or you will be, taking the month of May to focus on yourself and to focus on this energy that you've been working through. And in that that third week, it is showing me that you are giving yourself a break. You're learning whatever it is that you've learned, whatever it is you finally communicated. Whew, it's like that breath of fresh air. Like, I can finally relax. I can finally release, and I can allow myself to be okay. I can be stagnant, and it's going to be fine. So the first 2 weeks of May really feels like work inside, like in your mind and even with others, in a sense where you have to come to terms with things. But then that third week is showing me you're ready for this new beginning, you're ready for this communication, and you're ready to finally give yourself a break. All right, and then finally we'll do the fourth week of May. Spirit, what is going on for pile number 3 in this fourth week, in the last week of May? What is it they have to look forward to, or what is it that they are dealing with? Okay, so bottom of the deck energy, the Hierophant. And it's funny because every single pile so far has gotten the Hierophant energy. It has been able to, has connected with the Hierophant. So I do feel like there is a strong connection with your spirit guides, and with your, maybe even somebody in spirit. Maybe it's someone who, if you have lost someone, this might be someone in spirit who you lost, or it's just your spirit guides and spirit in general. But this is telling me in the fourth week, you really are connecting with the spiritual realm within meditation, or finding that understanding from that wisdom here with Archangel Metatron and the Mindful Wisdom card. It's like Spirit is coming through to really connect with you and deliver a message on this, and really make you feel okay with what it is that was lost. And the Six of Swords is showing me that you're moving on. In this last week of May, like, you've given yourself the month to grieve, but finally you're accepting your emotions for what they are. You are giving yourself the space to finally move forward and to move on from this, whether it's, a loss, whatever that loss is for you. But you're finally going to move on, and you're not forgetting the loss at all. You're not forgetting the pain it's caused. You're not forgetting, how it made you feel or anything, but you are going to be moving into calmer waters. You are going to be moving into a better phase of your life, because now you're ready. And at the end of May, you are going to be ready to move on, which I'm sure at the beginning of the month, you are not sure that you're going to be able to make it through. You don't think that you're going to be able to do it, or you don't believe that the healing is here or it's going to come. But I'm telling you, this last week of May, you will be moving on from this, and it will be something, and it will be because it's your choice to move away from this, and like I said, not in a way to forget about it, but to live with it, to take that loss with you and move on to that next phase. That's how we learn, that's how we grow. We never forget the pains of the loss, but we just kind of integrate it in with our soul. And next we have the Page of Swords, which I feel like is really a new way of thinking. It's like the illumination of your thoughts are renewing, and it feels like you are going to change the way that you think about this situation. Whatever is happening, you're going to see it in a new light, and in that last week of May, it's going to make a lot of sense to you, and it's going to really help you connect in with your highest self and your truest ideals and what it is that you're meant to learn from this. And I really feel like, instead of taking the control and, like, when the sword's pointing towards the sky and you're like, oh, I'm going to move, I'm going to do this and this and this. No, you're kind of taking that and you're downplaying. You're like, okay, I know where I'm at. I know what I've learned. I know where I'm supposed to be going. So it's kind of like a very calming, grounding type of energy, where you're learning pieces of yourself, and you're implementing this new way of thinking and this new way of being. And I kind of drawn to the background here, where I'm seeing this mesh behind him, where it's like the door is open, and despite things not being completely clear, they're going to start making more sense. So you're going to start making sense of, the things that didn't make sense before. And finally, we have the Five of Swords. This is telling me of victory. Despite the pain, despite the loss, despite the battles that you faced, you are going to be feeling victorious. You are going to be feeling like, yes, despite his face looks uncomfortable. And sometimes with the Five of Swords, it's like, was this really worth it? Is it true? Like, should I have done this? Should I have, was this worth it? Or, what the heck have I been through? I don't know if I'm really stronger from this. But honestly, with the Five of Swords, it's saying, like, you have done everything you needed to. You've conquered what you had to conquer. And the light that's shining through is telling you that you're illuminating. You're finding this truest part of yourself in the pain, in the loss. And despite it not being what you wanted, it's kind of what you needed. Because here with the three, I see the three crows coming in, which is making me think, like, the alignment, body, mind, and spirit. Because of this, your mind grew a lot wiser and your soul got a lot stronger. So if you're taking anything from this, even if it doesn't feel like it's fair, or the loss was okay, or anything like that, it doesn't matter how that felt or where you've been there. It just matters that, this, sometimes we don't understand why spirit does the things that they do, or why fate acts in the way that fate acts. It just is. And the more you accept this wisdom and you come to terms with it, the easier it'll be for you to find that happiness and to be more patient with yourself and to allow yourself to integrate this lesson and become stronger for it. So let's pull from the Isis Oracle deck here just to get some advice for what it is you can think about or look forward to as you're dealing with it this month. So Spirit, what advice do we have for pile number 3 for what it is that they're going through, what it is they're dealing with, anything that we can get for them to ease their mind, give them some peace of mind in this, Spirit? What is it that we can... Okay, that one fell right out here. This is what the back of the card looks like. Looks like wheat for a harvest. Let's go ahead and see what this says. Abundance of Sothis. So abundance in many forms is increasing in flow to you. Continue your good work of building channels through which abundance can be delivered. Freely share your talents, love, wisdom, and self, and enjoy the abundance responsively flowing to you in many forms over and over again. So what I'm getting from this card, you're gaining an abundance of wisdom in this situation. And I feel like the purpose of this, even though it isn't what you wanted or what you expected, by the end of May, you're going to be so much stronger and have such a new way of thinking that what it is you've learned from this, you're going to be able to help others. And you're going to be able to be more unconditionally loving and caring to those who are either going through the same thing as you, or are going to go through it in the future. Whatever it is, you're gaining this type of wisdom that you're going to be able to share with other people, and you're going to be able to help others on their path too, because you'll have conquered this feeling. And it's almost over there, but it really does feel like this was, for whatever reason this was for, no matter what you take from this, you're going to gain. You're going to have an abundance of happiness, an abundance of connection, an abundance of understanding, and an abundance of wisdom for what it is that you've been through. And if you're going to take anything from what this loss was, take the fact that you're just leveling up, you're ascending. And what you learn from this ascension is going to benefit a lot of people on your path in the future. And that's a beautiful thing. It really is. To turn pain and sorrow into service to others, that's the highest form of light work that you can do and that you can deal with in this life. And I'm really, truly sorry for whatever pain that you are going through right now. But just know and just understand that better days are coming, that you will conquer this, that you will get your wisdom, your self-confidence, that you are gaining wisdom, and that your cup is going to be filled and you will be strong enough to move on from this. Your guides have been with you the whole time, and all you need to do is connect with them, connect in with them, communicate with them. And they'll show you even more how strong you are. So just you are okay, you will be okay, and just know that you can hold yourself up and you're much stronger than you realize, and that this is just another lesson and obstacle on your path to your enlightenment. So I really, really wish the best for you guys. I do hope that this reading helps. This is all the messages that I have for you. Please let me know in the comments if this resonated. please feel free to let me know what's been bothering you. I would love to be able to help out, send some healing to all of you guys here. I love each and every one of you. I do appreciate you. Just keep your head up and keep moving forward, because you are much stronger than you realize. All right, so once again, thank you again for tuning into this reading. I appreciate all of you. Like, comment, subscribe to help support my channel here. I really do appreciate every form. And I love you guys, and I will see you again soon. Hello, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this little white flower, these messages are for you. I'm going to start off here by laying out all of the oracle cards that I have, and then we will get right into the reading. We have Kundalini, untapped energy. Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Allowing, radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed next can come. Zadkiel, angel of compassion. Divine will, let go of fear. And finally, with these 3 tarot cards, I am doing the thoughts, feelings, actions of how you're feeling for the month of May. And let's see, I think, which one did I start with? Thoughts. Okay. I just want to make sure I remember when I'm putting them down. Thoughts, feelings, actions. Okay. Anyway, so for your thoughts, we have the 2 of Wands. For your feelings, we have the Chariot. And for your actions, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So right off the bat, I'm just going to say this pile is the most spiritually connected pile that I have had for all piles right now. It seems like you guys have been working really, really hard on aligning yourself with your higher self. It seems like you guys are the ones who know the most about spirituality, meditation, connecting with the divine, the way the manifestation works and everything. So overall, I feel like you guys have been doing a lot of work on yourself and on your spiritual self. And it looks like for the month of May, you're going to have a lot of this spiritual work you've been doing come to fruition. So the first thing that really, really stands out to me is the Kundalini card, the untapped energy, which I'll actually mess up my piles here to bring this up. So with the Kundalini, it's showing me the alignment of all your chakras, the root to the sacral, to the solar plexus, to the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, to the crown. It really feels like you've been working on aligning your energy and really figuring out, what makes your chakras tick. Like, it almost feels like you could tell which chakras were out of balance, and in the month of May, you're going to be taking care of those imbalances and truly making sure you're healthy, spiritually healthy, mentally healthy, physically healthy. And this is just a really good sign telling me that you're honestly, the obvious, your Kundalini is awakening. There's going to be a massive energy shift that just intense clarity is coming in, overwhelming feelings of peace. And I feel like you guys possibly have either been in the dark for a long time and have really been working on this, or you've slowly but surely have been making small progress. And the month of May is going to prove to show you how that small progress is finally going to pay off. So this is actually a really, really wonderful energy for you guys. I feel like you are reaching a level of peace that you have been striving for months. It feels like for most of 2022, like you're like, okay, I understand my path. I know my spirit. I know what I want to do. I know what I'm here for. I know my end goal. I'm honoring myself, but like, when am I going to feel this peace? When am I going to feel that fight, like when is my manifestation going to come to me? I've done this, and this right. So what am I missing, right? So it feels like the month of May is kind of showing you what it is that you've been working towards and going to be filling in the gaps of what has been missing, especially with this allowing card. If you can see in the background, there's a lot of dragonflies coming in, which is showing me that there's a huge transformation that's coming in for you, and you're going to be completely renewed in your sense of self and in your sense of spiritual connection. And it seems like you've been really accepting a part of yourself, and maybe some of you guys are healers. As if we see here with the open hand, it looks like it's got Reiki energy coming out of here. So maybe you guys finally accepted your path as a light worker, or this month you'll be working towards accepting that path where you're like, all right, I'm ready to take on this responsibility. I'm ready to do extra. I'm ready to work on my healing modality or craft or whatever you're doing. This could also be just any other creative outlet that you use with your hands. I feel like a lot of you guys, maybe even artists, sculptors, like you guys have been working really hard, and like you're finally accepting, like, you know what, this is my path, this is what I want to create, and this is what I'm going to focus my energy on. So it does feel like you're allowing the universe now to give to you what you've been working on. So it's not like you're going to be working really, really hard to get this thing. It's that you've already done the work and you're just now sitting back, allowing it to come to fruition, and like really working on your piece. I mean, especially with Archangel Zaphiel, like you're showing me compassion, which is telling me that you are not only allowing the universe to come back to you, but you're allowing yourself to be exactly as you are and who you are. Whatever sparks in your soul, you're giving attention to, whatever you need. If you need rest, you give yourself rest. If you need to kick yourself in the butt a little bit to get moving, you do that. So it seems like you've got a really good balance of what your ideas are, where your dreams are taking place, and how you're going to be moving through the valley, how you're moving forward. So showing yourself a lot of compassion, especially for what you've been through, and how hard you work to be here. It's like you're giving yourself the much needed break. And honestly, you're no longer afraid of any consequences. It's like, you know what, if I leave this job just because it's not aligning with me anymore, I'm not afraid that I'm not going to make enough money, because I trust that the universe is going to give to me what I need as long as I give myself peace, or, whatever it is that you're letting go of. Like, you're no longer afraid of the future. And May is really going to prove to you this enlightenment that you've been working on for so long. It's almost like the heavens are opening up, shining down on you and being like, wow, great job, pile 4. You've done so much work on yourself, and you've been manifesting, and you've been really focusing, you've been grinding, you've been keeping your head down, you've been doing this, and this. Well, it's showing me here that it's almost like that gift. It's divine will that you will get to where you need to be. So there is no need to fear anymore. Am I going to get this promotion? Am I going to get this new job? Am I going to be able to take care of myself? Am I going to get this? What am I going to get, right? You got to let that go, because what is meant to be will be. The divine will is already in place. You just need to allow it to happen, and allow yourself to sit back and not have to like, keep working or move forward, right? Because here, it kind of feels like it proves here with your thoughts. We've got the 2 of Wands, which is making me think like you're holding the world in your hands, and you're like, all right. So where do I go next? What's the next step? I've done this so far, and now it's time for me to move to the next thing. It's like you're not giving yourself that peace, or at least in your mind, you're thinking like, okay, I have to do something next, right? I don't want to miss out on the next opportunity, or I don't want to miss going down this path. Like you're always prepared to do the next thing, when it's like, no, you're not supposed to do the next thing yet. You're just supposed to sit still, be patient, and allow yourself, be a little kinder to yourself, and let this stuff come to fruition now, because May is when it pays off, but there's not much more that you need to do here. So in the emotions, we have the Chariot, which also has to do with making a decision and a choice, which is funny. She's kind of at a crossroads too, this way or that way. And in the emotions. So your thoughts and your emotions are like, okay, let me think about what I need to do. And your emotions are like, all right, but what feels best? And do I stay, or do I go this way? Or do I do this and go that way? Or what do I do? So it's kind of like you're a little bit confusing yourself right now. And I think that you just need to check yourself in the month of May and be like, hey man, I've already done everything that I had to do. I'm just got to wait for it to pay off, because in the action card, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is literally all about things that are out of our control. And it's the universe's hands now. It's like, this is the fate card. What's meant to happen is going to happen regardless of if you keep working or if you sit still. So divine will is already in place. And in the month of May, it's like, it's already here. It's already going down. It's already happening. You just need to allow it to happen and give yourself the space to just relax. Just relax, because I am feeling like maybe I'm talking a little faster. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm feeling like such a rush. Like I feel so good, and I know you guys are feeling great, and you have so many ideas and so many things that you want to do in May, but it's just like, hey, breathe, calm down, because we have this in the bag. As long as you are centered in this little center of this wheel, and you're not focusing on one too many things, or you're not in one too many realms of your life, you're going to be grounded, you're going to be secure, and no matter which way that wheel turns, however it ends up is where it's supposed to be, and you're going to be completely okay with that. So like it says here, acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed next can come. You have no idea what's coming. And just so you know, in the month of May, you're not meant to know. You just need to go with the flow and let each thing happen as it's supposed to happen, and just stay centered in that wheel. You never know. You might, some people might be getting engaged this month. You might be finding a new relationship. You might be moving houses, or you might have gotten approved for a loan this month, or you have an unexpected financial abundance. Like, there's so much that could be happening this month that you need to be open to literally anything. And whatever it is that you're hoping for, literally go in, find peace with it, send it to the universe, and allow it to come back to you. No matter what it is, if you're manifesting a relationship, a proposal, a new job, a new house, doesn't matter. Manifest it, want it, send it to the universe, and accept that it already is, and just sit back and let it happen. Because at this point in time, you guys, there's not much else that you can be doing except be patient. So unfortunately for the month of May, it's a good sign telling me that your hard work's paying off, and what is due to you is going to come. So I think that we should look into the weeks now, because that's an overall really good energy there for you guys. So let's go ahead. We'll dive into the tarot here, Spirit. Let's go ahead and look at, for pile number 4, what is that first week of May? What does the first week of May bring? Whoop. For pile 4. Okay, so we've got the Strength card, so I'm just going to kind of leave that here. I'm still going to split the deck as I need to. All right, so we'll leave that there for the rest. But first thing that wanted to pop out is Strength. So I'm seeing you guys have a lot of resolve here. You are incredibly confident, incredibly strong. I'm hearing Leo, so a lot of you guys may be Leos or have Leo in your chart here. Also, I'm feeling Leo season. So I feel like whatever it is that you're manifesting for May, for this month, is really going to take off and skyrocket in Leo season as well. So if some of you guys are looking to create a business, or to move on from something, or to really, really, really connect truly and awaken your full spiritual potential, it looks like, or feels like, in Leo season is when it's going to reach its peak. But May is saying that a lot of your confidence is going to start building. You're really going to take control of your feelings and of the actions that you want to take. So in the first week of May, you are in control of where you're at and where you're headed. So that's actually really good. So stay confident in that, and confident in yourself. Then we have the Empress. So this is telling me also has to do with confidence, because the Empress is very confident and very sure of herself, and is very much in control of not only taking care of her, but everything around her. So I feel like in that first week, you're going to be very confident in the duties that you have to fulfill, and there's going to be some work that you're going to be doing, and you're going to be taking the lead on this. So whatever it is that you're taking the lead on, be confident that you're doing it correctly. So whether that's your manifestation, manifestations, whether it's a project at work, taking the lead in a financial decision. And even some of you taking the lead on maybe you're the one asking someone out or someone proposing or something. But either way, you're taking the lead on something. Self-care as well, even that, I heard that come up. So you're gaining confidence in what it is that you have control over in this first week. Oh my gosh, we got so many major arcanas here. So the Wheel of Fortune again. So in that first week, it's like what you don't have control over. I gotta get this next one, Queen of Wands. So even, this is so awesome, you guys. So it feels like you're gonna have confidence in what you do have control over, as well as confidence in what you don't have control over either. So it's like that first week of May, I feel like you're kind of playing with fate. You're kind of playing with your manifestations, and you're like, okay, I know I deserve this and this, and I know I already have it, so let's see what I can work on now that's in front of me, and I'm gonna leave the rest up to fate and trust that it's gonna work out in my favor because I know it is. So keep up this really, really awesome confidence, because it really seems like you know what's coming already. You know what it is you want, and you know what it is that's manifesting. And I believe that you are already on that surefire path to making it happen. So that first week of May is doing what you can do to what you can control and leaving the rest up to spirit, literally letting go and letting divine will take over. So let's go ahead and see what is in store for the second week of May. So week 2 in May for pile number 4, Spirit. What is going on for week 2? What does they have to look forward to, or what it is that they're dealing with? All right, bottom of the deck energy, we have the Chariot. So, oh my goodness, you guys, I feel like for this one, it's more symbolic for letting go of the reins and allowing the universe to take control. So in the second week, while you were working on what you can work on, or the first week, I don't know what I said. So in the first week, whatever you're working on, but the second week comes in, and that's when you need to drop the reins, let go, and let spirit take control. If you can see, she has no control over anything. She's looking off to the side. She's like, you know what? Whatever you have in store for me, I'm just going to wait for it. So week number 2 is kind of the opposite of what you've been feeling with this Chariot. Instead of feeling, worried about where you're going, here you're completely trusting in spirit and allowing it to take over and saying, you know what? I dropped the reins, spirit, this is on you. I do not need to worry about this. 10 of Cups, my goodness. So the second week, you're going to be feeling really fulfilled, really happy, really connected with the people around you. I'm hearing sister. So maybe some of you guys may be visiting a sister or spending some time with your sister. Or have a friend who's as close as a sister to you, but I really feel like sister energy for some reason. So I wonder if your sister might have something to do with where it is you want to go, or you're just going to be connected with that, happiness of feeling like you're in a sisterhood of some sort, or you're feeling connected with somebody in that way. So the second week, while you're letting go, letting the universe bring back what it is, this is telling me of emotional fulfillment, and then very specifically something about a sister. So let's see here, Page of Cups. So with the Page of Cups, let's see. So this is usually a more immature emotional energy. I do want to pull the next one just to see what that energy is for, the 4 of Cups. So this is very, very, very emotional energy this second week. So it does feel like while you're letting the reins go, I wonder if this kind of goes like, I'm waiting on my happiness, or I'm letting the universe bring me my happiness, but I'm a little scared of what's to come because I'm expecting this. I'm expecting this, but this is what's waiting for me. So it's almost like you may also have some expectations of what should happen in that second week, and it's not going to go to your expectations. So I do need to reiterate again that when you do let go and when you do allow the universe to take control, you cannot expect or think about anything. You just need to let it be, because whatever is supposed to come in may not be what you expected next, but it's what you need at this time. So spend time with family. Again, that's coming out. But for the most part, it really does feel like it's almost like emotional immaturity because it's like, I can't wait. Is this what's coming? I don't know. Stop. Okay. I'm hearing for some of you, stop asking your cards. Stop asking your pendulum for if this thing is coming or if it's not, because you are just kind of throwing yourself in circles and getting conflicting answers, which is going to just confuse you until it does come. So that's second week. Hang tight. Allow yourself to be happy, be grateful for what it is that you do have. Maybe practice in your gratitude journal if you have one, or maybe start a gratitude journal in the second week of May, just to keep you on track and to keep your emotions in check while you let the universe take control here. So let's shuffle again. We're going to see for week number 3 for pile number 4. For May, what is going on for week 3 in May, Spirit, for pile number 4? What do we have here? All right, that's weird. I'm feeling this, and this feels like bottom of the deck energy, which is 6 of Cups. Okay, so this has to do with the past and also has to do with inner child. So let me see, for week 3, you may be facing something from your past, actually. So this is kind of something unexpected. So with the allowing card, you have no idea what's going on in this month of May, but I'm feeling in the third week, you may be reminiscing on some memories. Maybe that's what goes on with your sister or sister-like figure in your life, where you might be reminiscing on the past, reminiscing on, where you've been and where you're going, where you thought you'd be to where you are now. And I really do feel like there's just like a lot of memories that are coming up in that third week of May that you're really going to be connecting with. And it feels fulfilling. So it does feel fulfilling. So you may also be fulfilling an inner child dream as well in that third week. That might be coming to fruition, that it's some kind of inner child dream that's being fulfilled. So let's see. Page of Wands. So we have a lot of novice energy, which is like a lot of beginning energy here. And with the Page of Wands, it feels like with this reminiscence, like whatever this inner child thing is, it feels like you're going to be taking control again, and you're going to be taking your time this time, where it's like, okay, well, I don't have a plan. I don't really know how I'm going to do this thing that I want to do, but I feel right, and my intuition is bringing me there, so I'm just going to take control of what I can and take it one step at a time. So it's kind of what it feels like in that third week. Whatever it is that you're connecting with from your past or from your inner child, you're going to be wanting to take little steps towards moving towards it. And the wand is really about passion. So you're going to be following your passion in something. Ooh, 8 of Wands comes up here, which is telling me that whatever it is that you're going to be following, it's going to pick up really quickly. So whether, that is that connection with spirit, or it is a new project you're creating, or a promotion or a relationship, whatever it is that you're deciding, like, hey, this is something I've always wanted. I'm going to take little steps and see how this happens. Well, 8 of Wands is telling me that whatever it is that you begin and this third week of May is going to gain a lot of momentum and bring you to this next phase that I feel like is going to really be paying off in a financial way too. I do feel like a lot of people might be doing something creative, like business wise, like trying to start a business and or a spiritual practice or something that's going to gain momentum, because when the Emperor card comes out here, it really does make me think of like entrepreneurship and a leader and somebody who creates something for himself, has the universe in his hands and has the wisdom and the knowledge to be able to create without much effort. So it does feel like in that third week, there's something that you're going to be working on that makes your heart happy, that's going to gain momentum and make you feel stable. So whether or not this is a career venture or something that you make money with, because it totally doesn't have to be, but it could be anything that just makes you feel stable. So in that third week, you're going to look forward to coming to terms with something from your past or bringing something up from the past that you're going to work on, that's going to gain a lot of momentum very quickly and make you feel incredibly stable. So I think that's a really good energy to have, because you aren't going to be questioning much anymore, and you're going to be feeling like you're creating something for yourself. So let's go ahead and see what week 4 has in store for you guys, pile number 4. So that last week of May that's coming in that they have to look forward to, Spirit, what is it that pile 4 can look forward to? Bottom of the deck energy, we have the Hermit. So it looks like you're allowing your inner light to guide you. Now, I don't feel like you're going to be very isolated, which the traditional hermit is about isolation. I feel like you're letting your inner light guide you at this time, and you really are just allowing yourself to make decisions for you, and you're not letting other people make these decisions for you, or you're not following a path or a trend of any way. It's like the path. Oops. It's like the path of least resistance, but it's like a lonely path in that sense. But you are following your heart and your inner light on something in that 4th week. The Magician, so it's going to be something that you create. So something, like I said, that's coming up from the past that you've always wanted to do is coming in. So as long as you take this advice, and work through this stuff in the first 2 weeks and allow yourself to actually make a move in that 3rd week of May, it looks like you're going to create something that you've always wanted to create here, because the Magician has the power to bring anything to life, to really connect in and hone in on their skills, to be able to create a beautiful and authentic life for themselves. So I really feel like in this last week, by following your own guiding light, like that light of the divine even. So I wonder if that's what that light here is. It's like spirit is showing something on your path that's going to lead you to make this decision that's going to bring you here. So either way, fate is on your side, and something's going to pay off by that last week of May. So by the end of May, you're going to be doing something completely different than when you started. And you're going to feel so much more at peace and so much more connected with where you are. And then we have the Fool. So that's an incredible energy too. So this is a whole new, brand new beginning for you guys. Like ending May, you're taking a leap of faith and you're taking control of your life. And you're going to keep this same innocent energy of like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to keep doing it because it makes sense for me. And I feel good about it. So it's really that leap of faith that you're taking. And we have so many major arcanas like in this little pile here for the month of May, which is telling me that this major shift you've been manifesting for a very long time. So whether it's been months or years, like you have been manifesting, taking this path for a long while. And it truly feels like in May, it's going to make sense to finally be able to take the steps to do so. So sure, it's not going to be like exactly what you wanted right away, but it's going to show you an opportunity that you didn't know existed in order to create that stability and that balance for you to move to that spot that you need to be in. So it's pretty awesome here. Oh my gosh. And another major arcana, we have the Hanging Man. So the Hanged Man here is just telling you that your entire world is going to turn upside down. Your entire perspective is going to shift, but in a really good way, in a way that you were not expecting, and that you never would have guessed to even take this path that was lined up to you. So it's almost like a very pleasant surprise is coming for you in May. And this surprise is more than what you expected, honestly. So I really feel like by taking this time to slow down, keep connecting with yourself, show yourself that compassion of taking that step by step, ignoring your thoughts and feelings this month, which is funny because we never really want to ignore what we're thinking or feeling, but by ignoring this confusion and by not making yourself make a decision, you truly allow fate to align the highest good for you. And it's actually really impressive how much it ends up paying off by the end of the month, and you are going to be in control more than you ever thought. And it's funny that these two are actually suspended in midair. One's upright and one's upside down, which is also telling me that it's like as above and so below. You're going to have such a deep connection with your intuition and with spirit that it's just going to make sense, even if it doesn't make sense to other people. So you guys are seeing all sides of this situation, like up and down, left, right, in and out, whatever. You're seeing all different parts of this situation, how it's going to play out for you and how it's going to improve your life in a sense. So May is going to be a very, very, very strong month for all of you guys. And it's going to be incredibly worth it for all of the crap that you've been through in the past year or two. And I just want you to be proud of that. There's so much clarity coming in, and it's pretty amazing how well you're going to be able to handle
oops, dropped all these cards here, but how well you're going to be able to handle this transition, this change, and the fact that you're being so patient and just allowing the universe to take control of what it is that you've manifested. I'm telling you, like, I can't wait to hear. I really want you guys to tell me in the comments what it is that you're manifesting, because I'm so curious to know, you know, what's going to be paying off for you. Okay, so to wrap up the reading here, we're going to go ahead and get a message from the Isis Oracle. I wasn't going to do this originally, but I don't know. I just felt such a strong need to pull out Isis here for like all the piles. So she wanted to come through, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to get a little thing of advice here for you guys for pile number 4. For their path ahead in May, whatever's coming to fruition, Spirit. What is it that you want them to know about this transformation, this change? What is it, Spirit? All right, so we have this card here. I like to look at the art here, you know, take whatever you take from this, but it looks like, oh my gosh, she's holding a baby. So green, and she's nurturing a baby, which is literally making me think of the heart space and the inner child. So it's like you're nurturing your inner child right now, which is, you know, doing everything you wanted to do, being compassionate with yourself, taking care of yourself. Like, it feels really good energy. And then we've got the yellow all around it, which is, that's the sacral chakra. That's the solar plexus chakra. And this is showing me determination and willpower and self-mastery. So all over, it just feels like you're mastering the nurturing of yourself and acceptance of your inner child, which is a pretty amazing feat to do. And that's like something a lot of people struggle with in this life. So let's see the message here. We have rising sun. A dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you, one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is won through boldness and persistence. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. That goes perfectly with where you're at. Like, you guys are truly shining. You are, oh my goodness, whatever pain and struggle and darkness you've been through, you have truly healed it, illuminated it, and are wholeheartedly moving past this into such a beautiful energy. And you guys are so deserving of whatever this is that you create for yourself, because you have done so much work and it's proven. Like, Spirit is like, they are so proud of you and so proud of how much you've been able to conquer in this life. And you are so deserving of this next phase. Just May is kind of like the last hurrah, in a sense, or like the last bit of kind of hard work and inner lessons that you truly need to close out in order to awaken that kundalini, to allow this stuff to come in. But oh my goodness, there is literally no reason to fear. Divine will is playing its cards, and you guys are literally just on the receiving end of it. So this is a really beautiful reading. And it's so hopeful, and I'm so happy to have been able to give this message to you guys. And I really, really, really hope that what you took here, it resonates and it really helps you feel more confident towards the future, and also really confident in your abilities and the abilities that you've had this whole time. So it's pretty amazing to see that. And man, I'm just so excited for you guys. I think that's so awesome. And I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in here. I really think that's the last bit of the messages that I have there, but I'm excited to hear about what it is you've been working on and how it is you're doing. And, you know, I would love for you to leave a comment below so I can connect with you, whether you comment now or come back later after May is over and let me know how it went. I would love to know here. But once again, thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you tuning in and supporting me here on this channel. It'd mean even more if you liked, commented, or subscribed, just to help my little channel grow here. I really enjoy doing these readings, and I really look forward to doing many, many more in the future. So once again, thank you guys so, so much. I appreciate every single one of you. I wish you the best. I'm proud of you. Spirit's proud of you, and best of luck, really. So again, thank you so much, and goodbye, and I will see you guys in the next one.